Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ivy and today I'm gonna show you how to make one of my favorite Turkish dessert, and it's called Kanafeh. I hope I'm pronouncing it right, but this is my go-to dessert whenever I go to Istanbul. And it is crispy on the outside and very chewy on the inside because there is mozzarella cheese in the middle. So alright, well, let's get started. To begin making our kanafeh, we're gonna make the sugar syrup first, and I put 1 part of sugar and 1 part of water, and we're gonna start boiling it. And once it comes to a boil, we can turn off the heat. So the next part we're gonna do is we're gonna start making the actual kanafeh, and I am using this shredded filo dough, and you can get that in the frozen section of supermarket, and I got this from like a Middle Eastern Persian market, and so you might have to look to see where you might be able to find this. So we're going to take some of the shredded filo dough into a mixing bowl, and they are kind of like dry noodles, vermicelli, and you just have to kind of break it apart yourself, and they're very easily torn, but I kind of like to use my scissors to just kind of chop it into little pieces, and it'll be easier to work with. And I also find it crisp easier when it's smaller pieces as well. So I think that should be enough for us to make 1 pan of kanafeh. So next we're gonna toss a little bit of sugar and some butter, melted butter, into the shredded filo. And this will help crisp the filo dough, the kanafeh, and also it will help it not stick on when you're frying on the pan. And you just toss it until the melted butter kind of absorb into the noodles, the little vermicelli noodles. That's what I call it anyway. And the beauty of this kanafeh is you can make it as big or as little as you like, and it's very fast and simple, and it looks very pretty and impressive. So some people make their kanafeh on stove top, or sometimes you can bake it into the oven. Today I'm gonna show you the faster way and the way that I prefer, which is I just like to do it on the stove top. So I have an 18-inch frying pan, and I am going to put some butter on the bottom of the pan and be a bit generous, just because you want to make sure that it does not stick to the bottom when you want to when you're gonna flip it halfway. Okay, and now we are ready to assemble the kanafeh. We're gonna take some of these shredded filo dough and put half of it on the bottom and kind of push it down and make it a nice little round. Just kind of press it down. And you can put as much as you like, depending on how much of the crust you like. I like to put a little bit more on the bottom, just because I want to make sure that when I flip it, it will be solid. And then in the middle, we're gonna put some mozzarella cheese. And you can use fresh mozzarella, you can use some other whatever kind of cheese you like. I like mozzarella because it have that stretchy, melty effect to this dessert. Okay. And again, you know, put as much or as little as you like, depending on how much cheese you like. So, I'm gonna put that. And then we're gonna put the rest on top to cover the cheese. Just stack it up nicely. Just tuck it on the side. And that's it. We're going to go and fry this now. Just like to press it a little bit more. Now we'll turn it to medium, low heat, and you want to fry it under medium low and not high heat, because you don't want to burn the bottom, and you want it to just slowly cook until it is golden on the bottom, and then we're gonna flip it over. So now you can check and see how the bottom looks like, and as you can see, it's starting to become golden brown on the bottom. And now we can flip it over. So we'll just put a plate on the top, flip it over, and I like to put a little bit more butter. On the bottom. And now we can slide it back and fry the other side. So now we are ready to assemble the Kanafeh. So for the syrup that we made earlier, I always like to put a little bit of rose water into it, and I personally like rose water a lot, and I add it to my tea, I add it to a lot of things. But if you don't like rose water, you can leave that out and just use the simple syrup, or you can put a little bit of lemon if you like citrusy. So, and then we are going to swirl it around and make sure that it get mixed together. And then now we will assemble the Kanafeh. And let's see, I need a little spatula. And look at this, beautiful. And now we're going to pour the syrup onto the kanafeh. And let it soak it all up. And you don't have to pour the whole entire thing. It might be a little too sweet, but depending on how sweet you like it. And then we're gonna sprinkle some chopped pistachio. Oh, don't you just love the look of this? And then I'm gonna put some rose petal. To make it look even nicer. And there you have it. A beautiful golden crispy kanafeh. And alright, let's cut into it and see how it looks from the inside. To cut all the way to the bottom. And this is a very quick dessert to put together, like after dinner if you want something sweet, or a cup of tea. And this is how it looks inside with the cheese. And I'm gonna go ahead and take a bite. It's so good. It's so crispy on the outside and very chewy on the inside, and you don't even feel like you're eating cheese. I hope that you enjoyed this video and give this dessert a try. And until next time, happy baking!